everyone, I'm Savannah and this is Uniscent. We are all about fragrances. We do fragrance reviews, hauls, comparisons, collections, niche, designer and Middle Eastern fragrances. Today I'll be reviewing the Gucci Flora line, but specifically looking at Gorgeous Orchid. So let's jump in. So the Gucci Flora line has 4 flankers or 4 fragrances. Gucci Flora Gorgeous Gardenia, Gorgeous Jasmine, Gorgeous Magnolia, and now the new Gorgeous Orchid. So I'm just going to go through the whole line, but I'm just going to vaguely go over the rest of them and then jump in depth into the Gorgeous Orchid fragrance. So Gorgeous Gardenia was released first. They all are quite floral fragrances, as the name suggests, but this one is quite powdery to my nose. You can definitely smell the Gardenia and the Jasmine in there. There is a slight amount of rose as well. It's not that strong, but you can pick it up. Then you get a sugariness that comes through in the dry down, and you definitely pick up the berries. Overall, it has really good performance. I quite enjoy this one. I used to have it in my collection, but I finished it, but I didn't replace it. So it wasn't worth me getting a second bottle, but I did enjoy it when I had it. So that's Gorgeous Gardenia. So next they released the Gorgeous Jasmine, which is quite a jasmine heavy scent. If you're not a fan of jasmine, you're most likely not going to like it. It is quite soapy as well, which I'm not a massive fan of. In the dry down, I get a soapiness. I don't know if it's just me, but I get a soapiness from it. It's also a little bit powdery. The citrus comes through in the opening. It's quite a strong citrus in the opening, and then it settles down into quite a jasmine heavy scent. There's a strong patchouli note. I'm not a massive fan of this one, but it does have good performance as well. Next, they released Gorgeous Magnolia, which I have. I still have it, so I think I'm almost finished it. And I quite enjoy this one. I struggle with the performance a little bit. It doesn't last very long on my skin. I don't know if it's just on my skin because my skin eats fragrance, or if it's a lack of performance kind of thing. But I do enjoy this fragrance. It has a dewberry and a coconut note, which you can definitely pick up in the opening. The Magnolia note almost comes through as like a watery, soft, like texturally soft note, if you can translate a smell into a texture. It reminds me a little bit of like a fluffy towel, actually, but specifically a fluffy towel, not any other kind of texture. Just it's got to be like a fluffy, newly washed towel. But yeah, that's what it reminds me of. I quite enjoy this one. As I said, the performance is a little bit lacking in this one, which I am quite sad about. Then recently they brought out the Gorgeous Orchid fragrance, which is in a yellow bottle, which I kind of wish was red because I don't like yellow, but it's yellow. Some people might love it though. But anyway, they brought out the Gorgeous Orchid fragrance, and I quite like this one. So in the notes, in the top we have vanilla, in the mid we have vanilla orchid, and in the base we have ozonic notes. So we're working with very few notes here. They didn't give us many to go on, so we're a little bit limited in terms of what all went into the fragrance. In terms of the opening, now I have quite a strong opinion in this fragrance, well, with this fragrance. It says on Fragrantica that it's a vanillic fragrance, and it has been advertised as a vanillic fragrance. I don't get a vanillic fragrance. I really don't. Personally, I pick up pink florals. There is some sweetness, but it doesn't feel like a vanilla sweetness. And it's certainly not gourmand at all. But I don't know. I just don't get that vanilla aspect. I like the fact that it's quite airy, so those ozonic notes definitely come through because it's quite an airy fragrance. And I like that about this fragrance because it's really good for summer, where you have a little bit of sweetness and a light, airy, fluffy kind of fragrance that just works in the heat is what I'm getting. It's definitely a spring summer fragrance. I wouldn't say it's would work in winter or autumn. I think it's a little bit too airy and light for that. So I would agree that it is ozonic. In terms of this vanillic um, vanillic fragrance that people are talking about, I feel like I am smelling a completely different fragrance to what everyone else is smelling because I don't get that. So I know I'm harping on about it, but I really, really, really don't get the vanilla. So I just don't get that vanillic vibe. But if we go into performance, I'm a little disappointed with the performance. It's quite poor. It didn't last very long on me. Okay, I only wore it a few times, but it didn't last very long on me and it didn't project. I had to go in and actually smell myself to actually get the scent. I only got about 4 hours longevity with soft projection. Personally, I like this fragrance. I don't love it. And there's only certain people that I would recommend it to. I would recommend it to people that like light, airy fragrances that they don't want to last that long. If you're looking for something, even in summer, that lasts long, I don't think this is it. If you're looking for something that doesn't last, that you wear for a couple of hours and you want to spray again, or you just want to wear for a couple of hours, then go for it. This is a great fragrance for that then. But I don't think it's a mind-blowing scent. I don't think it's anything super new. And I just don't get that vanilla vibe. And honestly, in terms of price point, I don't think it's worth the price point when considering the performance of this fragrance. If it had better performance, then it would warrant that price point, but it doesn't. Like it just doesn't in terms of performance. Let me know your thoughts on this fragrance. What do you think of this one? Which one's your favorite? I'd really like to hear from you guys. But yeah, that's it for my review. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this and want to see more videos like this, then please click that like button and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!